and welcome back to my playthrough of SpaceCorp. It really seems rules-wise I was doing okay, which really surprised me, but thanks so much for all of your positive feedbacks, your suggestions, your recommendation on what to do next. Really appreciate it, guys. In respect to victory points or to profit, neither we nor the competition has really done a lot. Right now the competition is in the lead with 1 victory point, hooray, but I'm pretty sure that this will grow. I was also following some threads on The Geek where some claim that the solo play is too easy. I'm not necessarily sure if I can already agree or disagree to that, because again I only played it once and I didn't win. So, but let's see how things go, and yeah, let's get into the next round. The competition goes first as usual, and it seems they're going to build another base at Solar Lagrange point 5, it seems, yep. Because there is a team here, we will send it back to the reserve, and if we are really unlucky now, those guys will claim the first Beyond marker. So let's see what we get. No, that's a refinery. I think we are still doing okay. If that would have been a spaceport, then I believe they would have claimed the asteroid belt or the first Beyond marker, which would be really bad for our next era. I think it's time to make some victory points. So I really want to play another infrastructure. I can upgrade this as an infrastructure, reusable solid nuclear drive. It grants me a move of 3, which means in total I have now already a move of 6. Anytime I initiate a movement action, then I can still spend cards on top of this. That's pretty good. On top of this, I have now basically placed 3 cards onto my headquarters here, which means I have fulfilled this contract here. Hooray! So this cube goes back, and therefore I will score 2 immediate profit. But what's more important, I took this contract away from the competition. They already placed the cube, so the next time this contract would have been activated, they would have claimed it instead. So I think that was pretty good. Not sure if it was the best move, but I'm happy with it anyway. And that's already the end of my turn. I can still not send any teams anywhere into the solar system here free of charge, more or less, because I still don't have a spaceport. But I think I'm okay with that. I'm not going to draw a card because I don't have 4 or less. So yeah, let's do the next competition action. And that's another nasty one. 1 discovery and contract number 1. It would have been cool if that would have been contract 6, but yeah, that's how it goes. The problem is they will do 1 discovery, and of course they will do that here on Phobos. So I know we keep this thing here. Let's draw our E1 discovery tile, and that's, oh, they found water again, which means they also score an extra fame point or profit point. Fame point, it's this F. So we are tied again, and I think that's it in respect to the discovery, but of course they will still try to work on this contract up here, and this is actually the action or the contract we want to fulfill, because keep in mind we have built our refinery here, which could basically initiate a produce action here, and then I would score some more points, and on top of this I would also gain those contracts. So this could have been 3 more points. Problem is I don't have a produce card yet, which is really a pity. But I think that's it in respect to the turn of the competition. And even though it's quite early, I still think I want to claim the first Beyond marker now. This will cost me 2 movement points to move into this region. So this is the cost here. That's 2 movement points, 5 movement points, 7 movement points, and I think I still have to treat this as a side. So that's 8 movement points I need to get to the asteroid belt. This also means I would lose 1 of my team cubes until the end of this era, because they will really stick to the asteroid belts once they landed there. But again, it's a great advantage for the next era. On the other hand, I'm not so sure it takes the competition at least 2 more turns in order to build a spaceport, and only then they would move to the asteroid belt. That's the ideal situation, so I could still send the team somewhere else first, for example here to Deimos, and whatever, do an exploration later on there. And I think this is maybe what I should do instead, and then it really doesn't take me too much time to move to the asteroid belt later on. I think yeah, let's do that. So we need 1 movement point to lift off, 2 to move into this sector here, that's the cost printed here, plus 3, that's 5, and 6 to land on Deimos. Yeah, let's do that. And I don't even need to spend any cards yet. Yeah, I have 6 movement points here right away from my headquarters. And yeah, let's hold on to our cards for now. Even though I really want to have this produce cards sooner or later, but I think let's go to Deimos first. So we virtually spent our 6 movement points, so it's move us to Deimos, and there I could do an exploration action next. It's a 1. We have this also in our headquarters. That's pretty amazing, to be honest. And then yeah, take it from there. Awesome. Let's do the competition. And are you kidding me? They will also move to Phobos. No, they are on Phobos, so they will not go to Deimos. They will build a base on Phobos. Yeah, that's what they do. So this team gets removed and they will build yet another base here on Phobos, and that's a spaceport. Okay, here was kind of lucky. So it's still not legal to build a spaceport on Phobos, because in the Mariner's Age you can only do that on one of those Lagrange points. So I think we are good here. They don't get any bonuses, which is also a good thing. And I think that's pretty much their action. So actually I think I really should play a card now in order to do our exploration, because I don't get to draw any of those. I still could use my headquarters, but I don't really need this card here too much, to be honest. So let's get rid of this science model. And as far as I know, I don't have to spend or use my headquarters at all. I still can spend those cards, which I will do now. So let's see what we get. Oh, that's a natural wonder. Awesome stuff. We can build an attraction here. That's pretty nice on Deimos. And we score an immediate 2 profit. That's pretty amazing. That's cool. I still don't get to draw a card because, yeah, I'm at 5. So yeah, let's do the competition turn. Okay, and now they will claim some of our cards from the offers, and they will score a point for each of those symbols, or if a symbol shows up on a card, not for each symbol here. And that's pretty bad actually, because right now that's the offer. They will get rid of 1, 2 and 4, and they all have this symbol, which means they will also score an immediate 3 profits. So they are in the lead again, and now we still have to refill the offer, and a lot of other terrible things could happen now. So let's get rid of those cards for now. This was already terrible enough. Let's do the first offer. Okay, this doesn't show an edge symbol, which is already good. Let's do the second one. That's also okay. And last but not least, we have another heavy lifter. So again, we were kind of lucky here. So because if some of those cards would have shown the edge keyword here, something very nasty would have happened. I just noticed something. They build a base on Mars. It's an industrial base, and this clearly means they have fulfilled this contract. I totally forgot about this. Not sure if I did that during my first video or here, but of course they will totally claim this bonus here. Yeah, it's the first base on Mars, so they will definitely score 1, 2, 3 more profit, because again, we are not just waiting for those cubes, they also actively try to fulfill those contracts. So that's clearly listed in the rules. So they do their competition and then check to see if the competition fulfills 1 or more contracts. And yes, they did, and pretty sure they did that sooner than that. Right now, nothing bad really happened, so I didn't get there, for example. I didn't plan to go on Mars, so I think I'm still okay. Still, that means they are really now 4 points in the lead, and that's definitely something. So I have to come up with something clever now. And there is still the contract which says to build 4 non-Lagrange bases. Right now I'm only at 1, and that's on Luna. So I think I really should build a base on Deimos now. I need to come up with 5 build points here. That's a B5. That's really an awful lot of build points. I don't have any in my headquarters, which is maybe not the best thing. I could definitely spend another turn in order to, I don't know, get rid of the chemical drive and place this build module here. The thing is, I would get this card back to my hand, and if I would do that, I would really hope to get down to 4 cards in my hand to draw a free card, but that's not gonna happen. I already remove this card if I upgrade a card from a former era, and right now I'm still at Mariner, so I might as well could simply spend those 5 movement points right away. So yeah, let's do that. That's 2. I think let's hold on to this 3, 4, and 5. So we have to get rid of all of those cards. Again, that's an awful lot of cards, but this allows me to place an attraction onto this natural wonder here on Deimos, which means this now also gets a P1. So I can also use the produce action up there in Deimos again. Not a bad thing. As I'm down to only 1 card, I get to draw another card, and here we found a survey module. Explore or build one, may upgrade as an infrastructure. Not bad, but I think definitely better than the build module here. But still not sure if I need to explore, at least not this era, maybe in the next era. Okie dokie, let's draw our next competition card. And here it seems they will build or send a team to South Mars now. Okay, let's do that. I think that's all that happens for them this turn. And it's definitely a risk, but I think I want to do a research action now. Yeah, let's research twice, and I think I will take it from the top of the deck, at least the first card. I can do that one at a time. So here's my first card, and that's the processors. Produce one. That's awesome. Okay, this is what we needed. Cool. And that's not tempting. There are more produce cards in there, and I could produce more efficiently. I do have 2 production sites now, so I think let's go for it again. Are you kidding me? That's so awesome. Another processors card. At some point in time they should really have come up anyway, so I think I'm doing okay. And yeah, keep in mind, if this deck runs out, we also end this era. But I think that was pretty good, and this was my action. I still am at 4 cards actually, so I get to draw an additional one. That's pretty nice. And we found an edge card. Awesome, that's good. Let's have a closer look at this intercept card now. I can use it as a move 3, or I could use the edge ability. And not really, unfortunately, but let's say they work slightly different when playing that solo. So usually you don't take the text that's written on this card. There is a nice little table here which tells you what to do when you want to play this card. And for intercept, it's play at the start of your turn, take another turn after this one. Okay, that's pretty amazing. And actually that's pretty much the same. It's basically only worded a little bit differently, but that was really an amazing draw of 3 cards. Perfect. And are you kidding me? This is what the competition will do. They will do 1 discovery, and they can do a discovery, and on top of this they will now fulfill contract number 1. I was going to do that. Literally my next action would be to produce something, and then I would have claimed those points. Are you kidding me? Okay, let's do the discovery first. So they will take another card. They found some exomicrobes. Again, so thematic for Mars here. And yeah, they score basically 2 points for that, but pretty much they also did a produce action here, so they would have placed the cube here. A cube is already there, it goes away, so they will also claim this contract. It means in total they will now score 1, 2, 3, 4 points for this round, and now we are really in a bad situation. Wow, that's really tough for us. Okay, yeah, there's not much we can do actually. So we did the survey drones, and yeah, now I really have to do something. So I will play my edge card here, so I get basically another turn after this one. So let's discard this card. With my first action, I will still hold on to my plan, so I will play those 2 processors here. So pretty much that's 2 production sites I can trigger. So that's 1 point here because of the attraction, 1 point here because of the refinery. In total, I will now score 2 more profit. Not really a great leap, but I will take it anyway. And then I can take my second action, or second turn actually. But yeah, I think it's really a full turn, so it also means I could use or get another card before I go into my second turn, and another produce action. The build one is actually pretty nice, so I think this worked out pretty well. Now I do my second full turn, and now it's really time to move into the asteroid field. I think there is still not really a risk to do that actually, but when I send this team somewhere else, on the other hand, I could also launch the team down on Earth actually. Maybe I should consider doing that. So let's see, I need 3 movement points to launch from Earth because of the gravity, 4 to move in here, 5 to move in here, and 6 to land on Sisyphus. And I still have 6 movement points actually. No, let's do this instead. So we will fly to Sisyphus here and maybe do an exploration action there later on. This is the end of my second turn, which also means I get to draw yet another card, and that's an Explore 2 or a Build 2. I think the Build 2 is actually very helpful now. Okay, awesome stuff. Let's do the competition. And here they want to send a team either to lunar or solar Lagrange point 2. Both of those have already been taken, so we will simply redraw another card. And this is solar Lagrange point 1. Yes, they can send a team down there. But I think now it's really time to send someone to the asteroid belt, because if this would trigger the next time and they would do a spaceport there to build a site, then they would claim the first Beyond marker. So I think that's pretty much it. We really have to send a team to the asteroid belt if we want to claim the first Beyond marker. And yes, we definitely want to do that. So again, I will use my 6 movement points on my headquarters here to move 1 movement point, 3 movement points, 4 movement points. So we overcommitted, but this means we have claimed the first Beyond marker. That's pretty amazing. We are still at 4 cards, so I get to draw an additional one and another produce action and an edge card, which is salvage. Let's see what it does. Play at the start of your turn, gain 1 profit, then take all start cards from the offers. Okay, there aren't any start cards in the offers, but still, I think it's not an action, it's really an interrupt, so I simply can gain 1 extra profit, and I think that's definitely worth something. Of course, on the other hand, I could also use it as a produce. This would also score me 1 point. So yeah, it's 1 point either way. Next, it's the AI. They will launch some survey drones and they will send those to the solar Lagrange point 4, which is here. So another chance for them to build spaceport there. But right now, I'm not so concerned about spaceports anymore, because only 1 player can claim this first Beyond token, and that player was me. Awesome stuff. Okay, here it's pretty much, it says, yeah, that's the same thing. So play at the beginning of your turn, which is now. So I will definitely play it as the edge card here. It's simply similar to an additional action for this turn, so this is never a bad thing. So with we will score 1 extra profit getting there. And as for my real action, I will activate the solid nuclear drive in my headquarters to produce the 1 exploration point we need here. So let's draw a discovery tile, and here we found again some abundant ores. Okay, we can build a base there cheap. I think that's actually good. So for 2, we can build another base, and then we are already at 3 bases overall, which brings us into a good position fulfilling this contract up there. So 4 Lagrange base, non-Lagrange bases. Okay, that was not too bad actually. We still get to draw another card. And here we found a poach, and it has another edge effect. And the good thing about for us getting those edges is they cannot be used by the competition, because when they refill the offer, they will trigger those edge cards. And this is something that's in most cases always terrible. So what does it say? Play at the end of a competition offers action, draw the top 2 non-edge cards of your discard pile. Okay. That's not terrible. That's really not terrible. Unfortunately, it's non-edge cards, and there are some awesome edge cards there. But okay, I will take it anyway. And then it's the competition. They will do a discovery. I think they cannot do a discovery. No. And then they will fulfill contract 1, which they also can't do, which means they will simply draw another card, and they will get rid of offers 1 to 4. Again, it shows our era symbol here, the Mariners one. So if any of those 2 cards now show an upgrade, they would score a point for that. But I think we are lucky again. This is not an upgrade. This is not an upgrade. So they get discarded. And now I could use my edge card for those 2. I think I could draw those top cards. They are not on the top of our discard pile. So yeah, maybe. Let's think about it. Let's reveal first. Oh, that's genetics. Ooh, I think I want genetics. I think I really want genetics. And that's the second card. And it's not a edge card either. So let's see what this near space probe does. Place a discovery tile on an empty site. Gain any immediate awards. Oh, that's not bad. That's really not bad, actually. So if I would have been able to find those exomicrobes or another natural wonder, then I would score 2 profit for that. That's really not a shabby thing. But I think that's already the end of their action. I think we are lucky there. And now I totally want to do a research action. So I will totally go for this genome accelerator here for genetics 1. Again, I can fulfill a contract. And moves. Not really too concerned about moves right now. Let me do the math. But on the other hand, I need move points like crazy, to be honest. So I think let's go for this one here. It's more. I think this one is cool, but I think I want to go for this because it also shows an infrastructure upgrade. So I think getting rid of this is not a bad idea. That's already the end of my turn. So let's reveal the offering. That's a build 1, the build module, and excavators, explore or build 2. I think that's okay. Don't get to draw another card. I have a lot of cards now, so it's the competition. And again, they go crazy with those survey drones. They will remove offers 1, 2, and 4. Of course, this also speeds up the clock in our deck because, again, the more cards we get rid of, the more likely it is the era will end. And they will trigger on this yellowish kind of thing. I think that's the produce one. And there aren't any produce cards. So that's 1, 2, and 4. Yeah, I think we are good. Nothing of those shows those yellow symbol. No, we are good. We simply remove those cards. But of course, they will refill this offer now. We start with offer 1. It's not an edge. Offer 2. That's an edge. We will trigger it right away and draw again, which it says the sabotage one. And when placed by the competition, choose one of your team at a site without a base. If any, relocated to a site with one of your bases. Oh, that's bad. Yeah, I have to do that. I still cannot move the team in the asteroid belt. It's stuck here and this doesn't have a base. Okay, let's send it to the natural wonder space then. That's really awful. I really should have built that, but I wanted to have this genetics card. So let's see, we have to remove this and draw again until we no longer get an edge card. This is not an edge card, this is a produce. And last but not least, we have this down here, and this is also not an edge card. That's the survey pod. Not really terrible, but also not great. I really wanted to build at Sisyphus sooner or later, but okay, I have to accept that. Okay, before the competition does anything crazy, I want to play this genetics card here, which means I get to move this. I have moved the genetics marker for the second time, which means we can fulfill this contract here that's worth 2 profit. This cube gets removed. Awesome stuff. So we are coming closer. There are still 3 more contracts to do, and I'm not sure if we will be able to end this era by the 6th contract, but let's see. The competition will build a base at Lunar Lagrange point 4. No, they don't, because it's not the solar Lagrange point, it's the lunar Lagrange point. So they will simply send a team down there. Okay, that's not too bad. My turn will be pretty boring. I will move back to Sisyphus. So 1, 4, and 5. I think I'm still here, so not so sure who has now claimed this site actually. Because if I come back to an already explored site, what happens there? I have to do some reading. So yeah, let's for now put it here. And again, we are not getting to draw a card, so it's the competition again. And now they will do, or set a team to solar Lagrange point 5, which is here. So they still don't get to draw a base. The problem is, they can now basically build 4 Lagrange bases easily. That's 3 more points. And they can also go for bases in 5 regions, which is another 2 points. So overall, we really have to come to an end relatively soon, because otherwise they will really make a jump in respect to victory points. Okay, let's discard this card for now. And I think, yeah, let's come up with 2 build points here. I really want to do that with 2 cards, because this means I get down to 4 cards, so I get to draw an additional card. And those 2 cards are really not doing me any good right away. So those are 2 build points, which is enough to build a base here. So it's base -2. And of course, I will go for another refinery. So this has also now production value of 1. But I'm pretty sure I will not come up with 3 produce points in total. Then I could pretty much launch production on all of those sites. I don't need to have a team there apparently. So this could have, or this could bring me 3 more points with 3 of those cards. But I think I will not get there. I'm down to 4 cards. So let's draw another one. Let's build module, which I actually need. That's good. Oh no, and that's bad. Oh, this was my next destination. Again, are you kidding me? So they cannot move to Sisyphus, but they will move to Halley's Comet now, which is over there. And this is the 4th non-Lagrange base, which I would have been able to build. So I have to move there quickly, really quickly, before they do anything. Oh man, this is tough. Are you kidding me? So it's again our turn, and I think I need to go there. I could go here, but this is awfully expensive. I think I can also do that here. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 movement points. So I don't even need to spend a card. What was I thinking earlier? So let's also move to Halley's Comet. So now we really have a race situation up there, which is really, really awesome. Love this a lot. Unfortunately, this was the end of our turn. We don't get to draw a card, and I think I don't want to. I want to do basically at least build a base there. And again, it's a terrible card. It's a terrible card. 1 discovery and contract 6. We don't care about too much about contract 6 because this has already been done. But this discovery, that's another awful one, which means they have claimed the site here, so they will score an immediate 1 fame point, or fame point, the profit for that. And the problem is, if I want to build a base there, which I still can do, I have to compensate this team here, so they get 2 more profit for that. But on the other hand, if I go there, I could claim a contract, and this is so, and it's a nice P1 here, so I could really do this and do a produce action that gives me 2 profit right away. But this was such a bad card for us. Wow, this really hurts. Okay, I need to come up with 4 build points in order to build this, and this is the problem. I would have to get rid of my processors here, and that's 4 build points. The build module doesn't do me any good. I could place it there, but I'm still not good enough there. But on the other hand, yeah, let's do that. No, let's spend those 2 cards. This is really bad, guys, and this allows me to build another base there, and I think I can do another refinery if I'm not mistaken. What do I need to do for the research one? Research none. When built, take 1 card from the offers. Oh no, let's do the refinery, because I can also use this refinery later on. So this gets a P+1, so that's P2. This team gets removed, but they also get compensated, which means the competition scores an additional 2 profit. But now we have basically 4 non-Lagrange bases. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we have claimed this contract here, and this scores us an additional 2 profit. Again, I'm doing this because I can still use those thingies here, basically also in later era, so I can trigger those, and that's still a produce of 2 in combination. So I think overall this could still help me later on, otherwise I wouldn't have done that, I guess. And that's the end of our turn. We get to draw a card because we are down to 3, and we found some more excavators. Oh yeah, those would have been great before. Next, the competition wants to do this market influence, but again, they will go to the North Mars. They already have a base there, so we draw another card. Now they will screw us over with the offers 2 and 3. So here's 2, here's 3. This is an upgrade, which means they will score a profit point. Keep in mind, it shows the era symbol, and this means they will score a point for each of those symbols. So those go away. Those cards are not the worst things in the world. And then we have offers 2 to replanet, a solid nuclear drive, and offers 3. And here we are kind of lucky. We found another produce card, that's good. And we also didn't draw another edge card. So I think overall we were okay here. And I think now it's time to play our poach card. At the end of an opponent's turn, take all their cards they discarded. No, that's not what we do. We get the top 2 cards, top 2 non-edge cards from the discard pile after the offers action. So yeah, let's get rid of it, which means we get this exploration one. This is not great, but this one is a good one. So we can produce and we don't need to do another research action in order to do that. I think that's actually pretty helpful. Awesome. Then it's our turn, and I think, yeah, let's totally... Or should I still go for a produce action to produce twice? This would give me then 3 victory points instead of only 2, but then I need to wait for another round, to be honest. But challenging. But on the other hand, I could still try to build another base here, to be honest. Right now they haven't claimed this, and there is a chance, and then I could take them another contract away. This would also end the era. At least it's possible. So yeah, let's do that. So that's 1, 2 and 3 movement points to land on this solar Lagrange point here. This was already the action. I don't get to draw a card, and now the competition really storms through my deck. So they will remove offers 2 and 4, and again, if this is an upgrade or either of those cards is an upgrade, they will score yet another point. And unfortunately, both of those cards are actually upgrades. Oh, that really hurts. So the competition will score yet another 2 profit here. So let's reveal the new cards. Not an edge. This is an edge, and we are down to only 2 cards in our draw pile. So that's the hack. What does it say? And that's discard all research cards from your hand and offer boxes. Replenish empty offers. Okay. Oh, there are. No, they aren't. Okay, that's good. That's really good. I don't have any research cards. I always played them right away. This edge card goes away anyway. We have to trigger it again. So I think here we were lucky. But of course we have to replenish again. That's a reusable solid nuclear drive. We already know this one because we installed this to our headquarters. Okay, so let's end this era, I guess. We want to build a base here on the solar Lagrange point 4. So we have to come up with 2 build points. So let's spend those excavators here. That's 2 build points. This team will simply get removed. They're not at a discovery site, so I'm not getting compensated. I will build a SpaceCorp because that's the only base I can build here, actually. And now I have bases in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different regions, which means we have claimed this contract here. So 6 contracts have been fulfilled. So pretty much end of era, we still get to score 2 more points for that. And then I still get an additional turn when the era ends. So the competition doesn't do anything else now, which is kind of good. But actually, I am wrong. 6 or more contracts for that era have been fulfilled at the end of any turn. If this occurs, the era immediately ends. If the draw pile would have been emptied, then I would still get to take 1 more turn without an intervening competition turn. Then the era ends. Okay, in this case, but I think it was still worth it. Okay, yeah, that's pretty much end of era. Awesome. Now the competition would do a bonus production. The thing is, they don't have bases on any production tiles, so they will not score any bonuses. I get to do my legacy production, which means I get to place one of my discovery tile on the board that has a p-value and is accompanied by one of your bases, and remove them both to move them down here to the legacy production box. And of course I will totally go for the base on Halley's Comet here, so exotic elements. So this has a production value of p2, which definitely will help me sooner or later. Cards played in my headquarter remain. All the other cards will get removed. Planeteers era or progress card remain where they are. Playing pieces, all of those playing pieces will move away. All the teams, all the bases, whatever, everything gets removed. If the first beyond marker, I have claimed it, that's a good thing. There are no cubes on the business display. We would replace the current board. We will prep the sideboard, but this is all stuff I will do as of in my next video of my playthrough of SpaceCorp here. So with my next video, we will move into the Planeteers era. We will see new decks coming in. We will see a totally new board. We will see those progress cards coming in. So a lot of new stuff that will get added to this team. Right now, the competition is in the lead. It's okay-ish, 5 points. Normally, I should really do better. At least for my next playthrough, I think ending the Mariners era, I was at least 1 point in the lead or so. Cannot quite remember, but it was definitely much closer than this. And then, yeah, really hope you are enjoying my little playthrough of SpaceCorp here. Again, I have to say how great this game really is. It's so much fun to play it, and I'm really thrilled to finish my solo playthrough so that I can bring it on the table to play it with some of my friends. Really looking forward to that, and really looking forward to see all of you guys again in my next video. And yeah, until then, bye bye.